be interested in Chelmsford in today's environment if we don't change anything? Nobody's a good answer, so.
No, that's not true.
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not nobody.
Who?
Torrin, you're out with somebody yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, we were out with a group yesterday, needs to consolidate. They're in two buildings. At 129, with what's going on 129, it's going to be a good value option for them because there'll be a lot of competition for an 80,000 square foot tenant. That group has, it's a workforce that's more based in its 30s and 40s versus a millennial generation. It's 50% manufacturing. A lot of those employees come from Lowell or North. So that's a very good prospect for Chelmsford. If you look at, it's more of a company like Kronos, which is more tech-based, trying to hire younger and trying to retain its younger employees that want that more walkable situation. And that's not just to say the millennials are the only group that want that. It's just that you are more dynamic and more attractive to groups trying to hire younger. That you can have walkable retail or areas nearby where those folks can congregate and still continue to collaborate, either at lunch or after work.
There's a value component, however. There's a value component in the market that's not present in some of these markets that we're describing as doing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a value component there that is attractive, at least it gets a look because of that. I mean, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse.
Yeah,
We'll
please.
just call them Special K for now.
Okay.
Special K. Special K also is a private equity owned firm, and the private equity ownership love the efficiency of their operation. Efficiency of operation is partly their total occupancy costs.
Okay.
And the Chelmsford and Lowell markets were very pleasing to them from that standpoint. They've been out in the market for some time. They had visions at some point of being in the 128 corridor, in and around Burlington. Priced out. Absolutely priced out. The private equity ownership would not have agreed to those kinds
Yeah,
of
they could have gone there. They could have gone to a build-to-suit.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think they were planning on doing a build-to-suit if the numbers were comparable to some of the other build-to-suits that had happened in the last couple of years. And Wolverine is one, a couple others.
Keurig.
But what happened in Keurig, and the broker that was working with him was involved with some of the others, so he knew the metrics and said you could get it done for, call it $36 a foot. The pricing that came back, because all these properties were short on parking, required parking garage, parking deck. That drove up, along with construction costs, the numbers now to $46 a foot. So that $10 increase in pricing of what they modeled originally said, oh, all right, we can't do this. We're going to pay a premium to go to 128, but we can't pay that kind of premium. So that's when they refocused to back up to this area and started doing what they were. But I think companies, you could do a study of the Class A buildings in any market are leasing now faster than the B-class buildings, and people are paying up for quality. So if you have to redo a building or you have to build out, go into some fancy place that has restaurants, but it's going to cost you more, companies are finding it's worthwhile to pay up. The real estate, at the end of the day, is not the biggest drive. It's not their biggest cost. It's the employees.